The brothers had a chance to go back home, and they didn't. You see, when Yaakov went to visit his long-lost son, to visit Yosef after all those years of being separated, he went to Beersheba, asked HaKadosh Baruch Hu in that holy land and that holy city, is it okay for me to leave Eretz Yisrael and to go to Mitzrayim? And HaKadosh Baruch Hu's answer is, Al Tered Merda Mitzrayim, don't be afraid. I will bring you down there. I will also bring you back. But what is unclear is how long of a time will Yaakov and his family need to remain down in Mitzrayim. Perhaps it should only be until the fast is over, till the famine is over, But yet, we get to the end of the Parsha, and we're told, Vayeshev Yisrael be'eretz Mitzrayim. No longer are they lagur sham, no longer are they there, as the Haggadah tells us, Malamed, that they teach us, Shelo Yarad, Avinu lihishtakeah sham el lagur. They just wanted to be there temporarily. After the famine, they're going to return. But things changed. And at the end of the Parsha, we're told, Vayeshev Yisrael be'eretz Mitzrayim. They dwelt there. Vayeachzu ba. They acquired it. They became maybe not assimilated, but they became comfortable. And then they became very successful. Perhaps then we can see that this was not the end. This was not necessarily going to be the beginning of the exile. The promise that Avram heard from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Yadoa Teda Kigir Zaracha Bart, you should know that your children are going to be a stranger in a foreign land for 400 years. Maybe this wasn't the time. Maybe it was going to be at a later date. But at a certain point, Bnei Yisrael got very comfortable. They were enjoying all the perks of having a brother who was the viceroy, who made everyone feel equal, and now they got comfortable. Ma'od ma'od were they mafre. And perhaps for each and every one of us, that sentiment for those who live in Galus, we feel it. We feel how comfortable we've become. That we've had an opportunity, so many opportunities, lagur sham, to be travelers, pass through, lo lishtakeah, but that hasn't been the case. We've grown accustomed to these creature comforts. And yes, things have been a little difficult with anti-Semitism and others over the last couple of years. But by and large, we're doing okay. And perhaps the wake-up call from this Parsha is louder, rings louder than ever. There was an opportunity to go back. The famine was complete. Avram returned from Mitzrayim after the famine. We could have returned. Yosef and his brothers could have returned. We could have gone. We don't need to be in Galus. But until that point where we actually, and many have realized this and have made the move back to Eretz Canaan, to Eretz Yisrael. But at least for those of us who haven't made it yet, our minds and our thoughts each and every day have to be guided with that vision, with that desire, not only to make it back, but to continue to daven each and every day for the safety of our land, for the safety of our brothers and sisters, for the people, for the nation, and for its success. This is at least a bit of a tikkun. For those of us who get too comfortable, that we make galus and achiza for us, at least if we always have that mindset that we're only lagur sham and not lishtakeah, and that we continue to focus our thoughts and our attention on our brothers and sisters in Eretz Yisrael, that will lead us on the path where truly we will only be gerim or garim in galus, and eventually lihishtakeah sham will be in Eretz Yisrael, Yira Kodesh b'mhera v'yameinu.